Welcome to the hilarious and slightly terrifying world of Canadian geese, or as we like to call them, cobra chickens. These feathered fiends are everywhere, and they're not afraid to let you know who's in charge. They hiss, they honk, they steal your lunch. Basically, they're the tiny feathered dictators of the avian world. Over the next few minutes, we're going to delve into the bizarre world of Canadian geese, exploring their love of parking lots, their penchant for public intimidation, and their uncanny resemblance to a certain venomous snake. We'll unpack the mysteries behind their hissy demeanor and answer the age-old question, why did the goose cross the road? Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. And hey, share your own goose stories in the comments below. We want to hear about your encounters with these feathered fiends, especially if they involve stolen sandwiches or near-miss hiss attacks. Let's be honest, nobody wants a Canadian goose crashing their dinner party. It's not that they're not house-trained, though let's be real, they're definitely not house-trained. It's more their, let's call it, robust personality.
Imagine, you're about to dig into a lovely plate of pasta primavera when suddenly a feathered torpedo of fury bursts through your window, scattering shards of glass and demanding breadsticks. And we don't just politely request, oh no. We unleash a torrent of hisses that would make a cobra blush. We'll stare you down with those beady eyes, our webbed feet tapping impatiently, as if to say, hurry it up, human.
And God forbid you don't have any breadsticks, because then, dear viewers, then you've just insulted a Canadian goose on a personal level. And trust me, they remember, they'll be back and they'll bring friends. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't you being a tad dramatic? They're just geese. But are they really? Let's compare, shall we? On one hand, you have the cobra, a sleek, venomous reptile known for its deadly bite and intimidating hood. On the other hand, you have the Canadian goose, a seemingly harmless bird known for, well, honking and stealing bread. But here's the thing, they both strike fear into the hearts of humans, one with a venomous bite, the other with the sheer audacity to steal your sandwich right out of your hands. Imagine this, you're enjoying a lovely picnic in the park, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and you're about to take a bite into your delicious triple-decker club sandwich. Suddenly a shadow falls over you. You look up and there it is, a Canadian goose, eyes gleaming with mischief, its beak poised to snatch your lunch. You freeze, caught between terror and the sinking realization that you've just become the target of a feathered food bandit. Your sandwich, your pride, your very dignity, all about to be snatched away by a creature that probably can't even appreciate the artistry of a well-constructed club. And the worst part, everyone's watching. They've seen this happen before. They know the drill. Have you ever noticed how Canadian geese seem to love parking lots? No? Well, let me tell you, it's not your imagination. These feathered fiends are drawn to them like moths to a flame. No, it's not because they're secretly admiring the latest car models, though I wouldn't put it past them to develop a taste for luxury. No, the reason, my friends, is far more sinister. You see, parking lots are the perfect training ground for their cobra chicken intimidation tactics. Think about it. Wide open spaces, plenty of obstacles to practice their menacing waddle around, and best of all, a captive audience of terrified humans just trying to get to their cars.
Imagine this. You're walking back to your car after a long day of shopping, arms laden with bags, mind wandering to the delicious takeout waiting for you at home. Suddenly you hear it, the unmistakable honk of a Canadian goose. You look up and there they are, a whole gang of them, blocking your path to freedom. They stand there unmoving, their beady eyes boring into your soul.
Now, when you have a group of geese together, it's not just a gathering, a meet and greet, or even a flock. Oh no, my friends, when cobra chickens assemble, they form what can only be described as a hysterical mob. Picture this, you're strolling through the park, enjoying the sunshine, perhaps listening to a podcast about, I don't know, the calming world of competitive knitting, anything to drown out the sounds of the outside world, and then you hear it, a distant honking. Growing louder, closer, more insistent, it's the sound of impending doom, but feathered and with a penchant for bread. You look up and there they are, a gaggle, a mob, a veritable parliament of geese waddling towards you with the unwavering purpose of a feather-covered army. They're led, of course, by the Don Corleone of geese, the capo di tutti capi of cobra chickens. He's got that look in his eye, the one that says, I've got more bread than you and I'm not afraid to hiss about it. They surround you, these feathered foot soldiers, their hisses echoing through the park, a symphony of avian aggression. Now you might be wondering why all the hissing and posturing, what makes Canadian geese such assertive creatures? Well, my friends, the answer is simple, they're just misunderstood. You see, deep down beneath those beady eyes and behind that menacing waddle lies the heart of a true artist. They're not content with simply being geese, honking about their day, blending into the background. No, they aspire for more. They yearn for the limelight, for the dramatic flair of a creature far more intimidating. They've seen the documentaries, they've studied the nature shows, and they've come to a profound realization. They want to be cobra chickens. Now, communicating with Canadian geese can be a bit tricky. You see, they don't really do pleasantries. They haven't quite grasped the concept of a casual hello or a polite how do you do. They're more about direct communication, cutting straight to the chase. And what is the chase, you might ask? Well, it usually involves bread or seeds, or really any food-like substance within a 5-foot radius. Their version of a friendly greeting goes something like this. They approach you, a look of intense focus in their eyes, and unleash a guttural hiss that would make a dragon proud. You might be thinking, oh, they're just saying hello in their own special way. The age-old question, why did the goose cross the road?
To get to the other side.
To find a better life.
To escape the tyranny of the cobra chicken mob?
Well, my friends, the answer is far simpler, far more goose-like. They cross the road to hiss at you, of course, because here's the thing. Canadian geese don't discriminate. They're equal opportunity hissers.
They don't care if you're young or old, big or small, wearing a bread-themed hat or not. If you're within hissing distance, you're fair game.
They see you standing there on the other side of the road, minding your own business, and they think, look at this human, blissfully unaware of my presence. Time to rectify that. Now, you might think that a golf course with its manicured lawns and serene atmosphere would be a haven from the chaos of cobra chickens. You'd be wrong, my friends, oh so very wrong. Because you see, golf courses are not just havens for retirees with questionable fashion choices. They're also prime real estate for geese looking to hone their intimidation skills.
Imagine this. You're lining up your shot, eyes on the green, focusing on your swing, trying to block out the existential dread that comes with knowing you'll probably still end up in the sand trap. Suddenly, a shadow falls over your ball. You look up, and there it is, a Canadian goose, standing proudly on the green, its beady eyes fixed on you with an intensity that would make Tiger Woods nervous.
You try to shoo it away, but it doesn't budge. It stands its ground, hissing softly as if to say, this is my green now, human. Get used to it. You consider your options. Do you play around it, try to bribe it with a golf ball? Spoiler alert, geese don't care for golf balls. Or do you simply give up, hand over your clubs, and accept defeat at the wings of a cobra chicken? Now, public parks, those bastions of green tranquility, those havens for frisbee enthusiasts and dog walkers alike. They might seem idyllic, but lurking beneath the surface, behind the laughter of children and the gentle strumming of acoustic guitars, lies a hidden truth. Public parks, my friends, are not the peaceful sanctuaries we once thought they were. They are, in fact, the training grounds for the cobra chicken uprising. Think about it. Wide open spaces, perfect for practicing their menacing waddle. Plenty of unsuspecting humans to terrorize, honing their hissing skills to a razor-sharp edge. And of course, an endless supply of picnic baskets, just ripe for the pilfering. It's like their own personal boot camp, but instead of camouflage and obstacle courses, it's all about blending in with the tourists, mastering the art of the stealthy breadcrumb snatch, and perfecting that look of utter disdain that only a Canadian goose can pull off. They observe us, these feathered recruits, studying our weaknesses, exploiting our fear of their hissy wrath. Now, you might think that Canadian geese, with their penchant for hissing, their love of intimidation, and their general air of grumpy disdain, wouldn't have much of a sense of humour. But you'd be wrong, my friends. Oh, they have a sense of humour, all right. It's just a bit specific. You see, cobra chickens, for all their bluster and bravado, are actually quite fond of a good laugh. They enjoy a good chuckle, a hearty guffaw, a side-splitting chortle. It's just that their idea of comedy might differ slightly from yours. For example, they find immense amusement in watching humans run away from them in terror. The flailing limbs, the panicked cries, the desperate scramble for safety, it's all deeply, hilariously entertaining to a Canadian goose. They also appreciate a good pratfall. Well, there you have it, folks. The hilarious and slightly terrifying world of Canadian geese, aka cobra chickens. These feathered fiends might rule our parks and parking lots with an iron wing, but hopefully now you can appreciate them for the hissing, honking, bread-loving creatures they truly are. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you've got a goose story, we want to hear it. Drop it in the comments below. Tell us about your encounters with these feathered fiends, your near-miss hiss attacks, your stolen sandwich sagas. We want to hear it all. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe out there and watch out for those cobra chickens. They might be hilarious, but they're always waiting for their next opportunity to steal your snacks and hiss at your dreams.